Hey guys, hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today kind of feels a little bit weird filming a YouTube video. Obviously last night in Australia, a really tragic event took place and it was devastating to see that. So my deepest condolences to those that have been affected, and of course the entire country, and if not the world, is very shocked and sad to see what occurred in Sydney and Bondi Beach last night. It was devastating. I hope everyone is okay. And yeah, guys, these kind of things don't need to happen in this day and age. It's absolutely terrible. But I hope everyone's okay, and sending my condolences and love and sympathies, guys. It's absolutely brutal. But anyway, I am going to film a crypto video update today. It is coming up to 12:30 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. I'm going to go over the prices, of course, today. To see what exactly is going on in the crypto markets. It has dipped, of course, over the weekend. It's been pretty brutal. These markets, Bitcoin dipping to 88,000 US dollars. I'm going to go over EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. Obviously, my bots are trading. I'm going to go over, of course, Money Never Sleeps, my book. XRP and Ripple did get the approval for a banking license, which is absolutely enormous. We're going to go over XRP insights. There are 126 crypto ETFs now waiting approval. And again, a lot of XRP news. Bitcoin's brutal market pullback. Brazil's largest bank now recommending 3% allocation to Bitcoin, which is huge. There will be some potential rate hikes in Japan, which obviously is going to have an impact on, many financial markets, including Bitcoin and crypto, and of course the stock market. I'm going to go over the news on X. Let's get into it, guys. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and social media pages. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because you can see on the screen I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along on this incredible journey. It has been a journey this year, that's for sure. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, a little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt, all right? That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And that is the absolute facts. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, okay? Now, formalities are out of the way, and yes, as I mentioned, it's absolutely devastating to see what happened in Sydney, especially at Bondi Beach last night. Honestly, I was watching this thing unfold, and it was just horrific and heartbreaking. It's absolutely devastating. So my condolences and prayers go out to everybody up there, and that has been affected by this tragedy. Now, over the weekend, I believe it was Saturday. I wake up every morning. This always happens, but Brad Garlinghouse confirmed that Ripple did receive a conditional approval from the USOCC to charter Ripple National Bank. And it is a massive step forward for RLUSD, their stablecoin, setting the highest standard for stablecoin compliance, both federal and the NYDFS oversight board, which is huge. And the banking lobbyist, your anti-competitive tactics are transparent. You've complained that crypto isn't playing the same rules, but they're obviously in the crypto industry directly under the OCC supervision and standards, prioritizing compliance, trust, and innovation to benefit of consumers. So what are you afraid of right now? And there's been a lot of criticism over cryptocurrencies from the institutions for years. And you can see here the conditional approval of Ripple National Trust Bank, BitGo Bank and Trust, Fidelity Digital Assets, and Paxos Trust Company. This is enormous for Ripple and, of course, the XRP ledger and XRP and their stable coins. It's absolutely huge to see this. And again, I say this because, the last 5 or so years, we've just been in an absolute battle with Gary Gensler and the previous administration in the United States. And to see Ripple now get a banking license, a conditional approval is just unbelievable. So well done, Ripple and Brad and Chris Larson and David Schwartz and all that team. 100%. That's just incredible. I do watch the crypto news on my Apple iWatch. I get asked about this all the time. You can get an app and you can watch all of your crypto updates. Now let's get into, of course, coin market cap. There is 3.02 trillion. It is nowhere near that $4 trillion point. Volume is very low at 94 billion. Very, very low. Let's have a look here. We're still at 21 out of 100 on the Bitcoin and altcoin season index. We're not at altcoin season yet. $29.7 million at market open on Friday. And as you can see right here, there you go. Most of that went to Bitcoin. 49 million went to Bitcoin actually, and 19 million came out of Ethereum. So there you go. I would love to see XRP flip Ethereum. That's just my opinion. Coming over to my watch list. I do share this in the Wall Street Boy University. So if you haven't joined up, you can join for free. Link is below. We can support the channel and myself. It really means a lot, guys. So go join. The link is below. If we come to the top coins in my portfolio in the last 24 hours, we had Ubix Network, Tron, Kaon, and Nexra. That is the only ones that are up in my portfolio on Monday today. Bitcoin is at $88,659 US. Ethereum at $3,000. XRP is at $1.98. Solana is at 130. We have Tron at 27 cents. Dogecoin 13 cents. Cardano is at 39 cents. Chainlink $13. That is remaining quite steady. We've got Stellar. My computer is playing up. Stellar's at 23 cents. We have Litecoin at $79. Sui at $1.56, and Hedera's at 11 cents. VeChain still in the cents at 1 cent, has done nothing for 3.5 years now. XDC at 4 cents, Immutable X at 26. Telcoin in the pennies. Theta's at 34 cents. I've been holding this for a very long time. Terra Classic is down. It has a massive pullback. Axie Infinity is at 96 cents. Guys, I remember when Axie Infinity full-blown bull market was like, gosh, $60 US at that time. It was crazy. We haven't experienced right now a bull market, but I'm just saying that is why I'm just telling people, if you get your bot started on EarnCurve, you will be able to capture that movement when it happens. There's been a very flat last 2 months, to be honest, or 3 months. EarnCurve, thank you very much for those of you that have joined, registered and KYC'd. If you do KYC, I will apply a 10% discount. It's really straightforward, guys. It is the spot market only. And again, there's no leverage. There's no risk of liquidation. As you can see right here, I do have my wallet here on my own account. I am trading the spot market, of course, on Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, and you can set up whatever you like. I've chosen my favorite cryptos anyway. As you can see, there has been a number of trades happening on this with the Octobots, and let's have a look. That's the XRP grid bot. And of course, I do have my Ethereum bot set up as well. As you can see down here, there's been 1, 2, so there was a few trades on the 13th. Gosh, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades on Ethereum on the 13th, and today, or yesterday, the 14th, there was a buy as well. So again, it works on a grid. So when the market dips, it buys. When it moves up, it sells. That's how it works. And as you can see, let me just bring this over here. I am trading the Ethereum bot, the Stellar bot. They are in the red because the market's dipped, obviously. The Bitcoin long-term bot is still up 2.95%, which is incredible. Grid bot for XRP, and of course, Solana, short-term grids. Long-term grid is fine. It has larger spacings. And I do have 368 USDT in there trading for me. Really straightforward. If you have any questions, go, of course, email and join the wait list, or sorry, the mailing list, I should say, and you can watch the full video on how to set this up, or you can email me direct. Hopefully you guys have no issues with that, but everything is here that you need. So go to EarnCurve Invest, the link is below. And of course, Octobot, sign up to this. You can trade everything on here, guys, and of course you can make your own strategies with the artificial intelligence, which is unbelievable. You can generate with AI. You can go create me an XRP USDT grid bot on EarnCurve with 16 buy orders and 16 sell orders with trailing up, which means when the market moves up, it's going to obviously capture that movement for you, so you don't need to do anything. So as you can see, let's just wait for this to load. There you go, AI generated grid strategy on EarnCurve. You can play around with this and do whatever you like. So it's really cool. Go join up. I know a few of you are trading, which is amazing. So keep them running. If you haven't started yet, go do that. KYC, and you'll get benefits of the cheapest fees literally in Australia and around the world. Now, moving on from crypto, if you haven't gone to get my ebook, Money Never Sleeps, this is dividend investing. It's one of the main reasons why I got started on YouTube. Go get a copy of the book. Use the discount code BF50. You'll be able to get 50% off. And read the book, guys, because it's going to change your life and help you generate passive income through dividend investing. There are a lot of books on the market at the moment. Read them all. Get as much financial knowledge as possible. This one that I've written is primarily focused on dividend investing. It's really simple, straightforward, but you'll be able to get a really good grasp on this. So go read it. Coming over to the, of course, XRP and the news with Ripple. They're going deeper into banking and Solana's tokenization, which is amazing. And again, it is trading sideways near $2, faces technical pressure despite improving institutional participation and regulatory clarity, which it has. The token has stabilized above the 20-month simple moving average, or SMA, indicating long-term accumulation behavior among investors. Ripple has reached the conditional approval to establish the Ripple National Trust Bank, enhancing its credibility with institutional partners. It's significant. And recent macroeconomic shifts and ETF inflows suggest a supportive environment for XRP, although it continues to face resistance around that $2.50 mark. The banking license is significant. I mean, these guys are not playing around with this. And you can see beyond the price action, Ripple has made meaningful progress on the regulatory front. CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently confirmed that Ripple has received a conditional approval from the Office of Comptroller of Currency to establish Ripple National Trust Bank. This development places Ripple among a small group of blockchain firms operating under both federal OCC and New York State Department of Financial Services oversight. And the move significantly strengthens the compliance of the framework around RLUSD and reinforces Ripple's transition from a digital asset issuer into a more traditional financial institution, which is significant. That is massive. Coming over to XRP Insights. It's a really cool website, by the way. You can check what's going on with the ETFs. Volume 28.76 million. That was Friday, the 12th of December. Now, again, we've got a significant amount in XRP locked in the vaults. Canary is still at the top, 171 million. 21 shares, 120 million. That's significant because they only launched last week, so they've bought a lot. Grayscale's 107, Bitwise 104, Franklin's at 87 million, Rex Osprey at 50, and Bitwise sitting at 28. Which is huge. The Bitwise index, I should say, so they do have a 5% allocation to XRP, so it's like an index fund, right? Most of that's obviously Bitcoin, but this is enormous. Look at 21 shares, 120 million XRP. That is unbelievable. So again, will we see a supply shock? We just might see that, guys. And there has been some updates as well. 126 crypto exchange traded funds now await the US approval. It's enormous. There's 10 filings alone for XRP. Solana, there's 9. Chainlink, there's 3. Hedera's got 1. Dogecoin, Litecoin, Sui, 2 to 5 filings each. This came out from Eric Balchunas and James Seifert last week. Unbelievable. And a long tail of additional assets such as Polkadot, AVAX, Bonk, Tron, sorry about that, Zcash, Aave, OKB, and even the meme sector names have at least one application in the pipeline, which is huge. And a total market size left column, assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum dominate this side due to their established liquidity. And of course, the number of issuers in the middle column. This highlights how many firms are competing to launch products tied to each asset. So 120, it's definitely gone full institutional now. There's been that shift, which is, something I've been saying for a very long time on my channel. Once institutions got a hold of it, it's never going to stop, and it's becoming entwined into TradFi or traditional finance, right? Now we've got XRP token again, taken a decisive step beyond its long-standing ecosystem limits, marking a shift that could reshape how the asset is used across decentralized finance. For the first time, XRP can now be held and actively used natively by more than 10 million Phantom Wallet users without relying on bridges, wrapped assets, or complex workarounds. This integration removes a major structural barrier that has historically isolated XRP from the broader on-chain activity, which is huge. And of course, instead of functioning mainly within the XRP ledger, the asset can now move freely inside Solana's high-speed DeFi environment, decentralized finance, unlocking use cases that were previously out of reach. That is enormous for XRP. That is incredible. So I'm very bullish on Solana and XRP, and I do have my bot set up on EarnCurve for that. has been a lot of pullbacks in Bitcoin and enters a new week of technical crossroads with price action tightening beneath the EMA or exponential moving average, and the sentiment split between two very different outcomes. Traders are watching 87,700 region closely, as holding this level would support a renewed breakout attempt, while decisive drop below it can accelerate deeper retracement, meaning if it breaks below this resistance line right here, we'll have to wait and see. And the bull structure, a second chart you can see here, Mergen, zooms out in the weekly time frame, showing how Bitcoin's current drawdown fits the recurring pattern. Every major leg of this cycle included brutal corrections before making fresh new highs, a 22% dip, a 34% reset, and a 32% continuation correction, all preceded impulsive rallies. So when in doubt, zoom out, guys, and stay in this for long term. You can't think short term in crypto. It just doesn't work. Brazil's largest bank recommends a 3% Bitcoin portfolio allocation. Real diversification. That is very, very bullish to see a major bank do that. That's very cool. And of course, Japan may have to raise their rates, so to speak, and rate hikes. So Bitcoin traders debate the DOGE rate hike impact, as charts shows past sell-offs, while order books reveal strong bids at near 88,090. So let's see what happens. It might happen right here, but again, the rate hike claim tied to Bitcoin sell-offs. Market commentary circulated on X, and Andrews BTC said Bank of Japan rate hike could trigger another sharp Bitcoin decline. And he wrote that the Bank of Japan is set to raise its rates by 25 basis points, which again is most likely going to happen here in Australia, which is brutal for mortgage holders. Not good, ladies and gentlemen, not good at all. Coming over to X, and again, there's just a lot of news that happened this morning, and again, it's very devastating to see what's occurred. And obviously, President Trump did mention this as well. I'm not going to play this, guys, because it's just brutal. So yeah, let's see what happens at market open tonight. Gold and silver are also on a tear as well, by the way. So for those of us who invest in gold and silver, and I'm in the jewelry business, it's quite brutal. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's news. And again, deepest sympathies and condolences for those of you in Sydney, especially in Bondi Beach, that have been affected. All right, take care of yourselves, and hope everyone's okay. Peace, guys. Bye.